It's Happy Monday. Let's just lean in as we always do. Let's start our week by leaning into that which gives us joy, gratitude, love. What happened in your world last week or weekend that allowed you to kind of really drop in and feel what it's like to be human, right? So take that. We first come it into our thoughts. We then make it real by typing into our journals or typing into the chat, and then maybe even sharing here in community what gave you love, joy, appreciation, or gratitude over the past week or weekend. I just came back from an amazing family trip in Georgia. It was 4 days with like a cousin I like never ever see, and she had a son, 10 years old, that I had never met since he was like 1 year old. And it was for me, I'm just like overwhelmed with gratitude because you don't see somebody for so long and you have no idea like paths have been parallel the entire time. Like it's been really, really special. And I received so much connection time with this human that I barely know. And, it's so shocking to me how so similar that so many of us are in our lives, even when we have absolutely no idea how that's going to go. Yeah. So, good morning. Who wants to share from what gave them love, gratitude, joy, or appreciation over the past week or weekend? We'd love to hear some voices in the community. I see one face. I see two faces. I see the lovely Meg's face. Meg, you are beautiful this morning. For the record,
Well, thank you, honey.
gorgeous. Yes.
I had an amazing weekend. My son was just in Amsterdam, in The Hague, visiting a friend for 10 days, and he just came back, and I got to pick him up last night. So something really special about picking someone up from the airport in general, for those of us who have done that. I don't know. It's like a little bit like Christmas Day. So that was kind of fun.
Oh, yay! What did he say briefly, or was he just exhausted to talk about the trip?
Oh, he had an amazing trip. He had an amazing, and I got to bring his friend to over to Concord, back to the Concord Academy, and I just got to hear all about their stories on the drive, and it was wonderful. So I'm still on
Yeah.
that high this morning.
Yay! Were you in Logan last night?
I was.
What time?
Honey, I just missed you. I got them at 5:30.
Oh, son of a. That's okay. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Yay, Meg, that's awesome. Oh, I'm happy James is home. Yay. Oh, Jerry, good morning. Your lovely face is on too. Anything you have to share with us today?
Well, I'm glad you are remarking on my loveliness too. That I was
Yes.
going to feel left out if you didn't.
The hair
Um,
especially. You look right on par today. I like it.
Thanks. Yeah, one fun thing that happened. I took my granddaughter to see her school version of Annie, the musical, last night or Saturday night, and she was so enthusiastically supporting her friends that were in the play. So I hadn't seen her that enthusiastic. She's 13 years old, so she's pretty, cynical about things in her teenage way, but she was so happy to be clapping enthusiastically for her friends that were in the play. It was nice to see her being in that mode. So
Yeah.
that was a joy for me.
Yay. Awesome, Jerry. Oh, I love seeing you in that grandpa mode. I love it.
Yeah, it's not the same as when they're little. When they're teenagers, it's definitely a different journey at this point, but I'm still enjoying it. And I hadn't seen Annie in a long time, so it was interesting to remember Daddy Warbucks and that whole thing. She was a little orphan and got adopted by Daddy Warbucks, so it was blessedly brief. It was a short version, so it was fun.
Yay. I love that. Oh, I had a moment with my son yesterday. We're on the plane driving, coming home, and we had a little bit of turbulence. And he's the cool teenager now, can't be bothered. But he grabbed my hand and he held it for a while with the turbulence, and it was really, really special. I liked it. Then he looked at me a couple times. I got some eyes. So that was for me a big win.
Yeah. So are you going to tell us about where you went? It sounded like a cool place.
Oh yeah, it's We didn't do anything. I can't tell you how exciting it was. Usually I go on trips and everything's planned and all activities. We got to this place. It was in Talking Rock, Georgia. It's about 2 hours north of Atlanta, the airport. Um, and my cousin, who's a global influencer, some of you know him, Jonathan Mixis, he, knows all these places. So he booked this Airbnb and it had, the hot tub, it had a sauna, it had, the outdoor space to die for. And we just hung around the house. His wife is like this amazing chef from Austria. So she like cooked all of our food for us. And yeah, we just 2.5 days hung out, connected, chatted, and that was all we did. We didn't really drive around, we didn't explore, we didn't do anything, which is not like me. I'm like, I want to do stuff. It was very special. It was really special. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Anyone else want to share something happy, great, something that gave them joy, gratitude, appreciation, or maybe there's something just want to let go of? Just what's alive for you today that you want to just remove from your life or let the energy go, or maybe it's to allow space to move into that joy or gratitude or appreciation. Yeah. Christina, I see your face. Hi, honey.
Hi. Hi. um, Blake had a couple of friends over on Saturday, and I was just having a grand old time because they played outside all day, and I was inside doing whatever I needed to do, with the ring on my phone so I could watch them like a psychopath without helicopter real life. But it was just really sweet to like watch them having so much fun and laughing, and Cole went to a sleepover, so he was having a grand old time. And it was just really cute to watch them have fun and be kids.
Yeah.
I didn't know it affected me that much, but it's really sweet to watch. Because kids don't like, get that these days. They're so stuck on TV or electronics. So to like watch him enjoy childhood like I used to was really cool.
Yeah.
And apparently very emotional.
Oh.
That's what
What's
gave me.
what's something that you did growing up, Christina, that like gave you that a level of joy?
Oh, I would just play outside all day. Like all day. I was a wicked tomboy when I was a kid, and we had chickens and ducks, so I would take the chickens out and let them walk. We lived in Sullivan, New Hampshire, so we were in like the middle of nowhere. But I would take like the chickens sledding with me. My dad didn't really like that, but we were just like, we'd lift up, logs and find salamanders and just cool stuff like that. So they were like on the side yard. They all had a shovel and they were digging. I was like, move more into the woods. Don't dig holes in the yard. But then they're just like hucking at trees with shovels. And I'm like, don't touch the ones that are standing. You're hurting them. They're like, okay, mom. But it was just really sweet to watch them have fun. And like they would take shovels full of snow and huck them at each other. And it was just, they were just being.
Yeah. Oh, I feel that. Thank you for sharing that one. I feel your emotion. Yay. Oh, little guys.
Yeah, it was sweet.
Yeah. Oh. Meg, you remember those days?
I think it brings up emotion too, because like with the whole child custody thing, like I just want nothing but the best for them. And like I know that I can provide that for them. And I just don't want it like I just don't want time taken away here because this is where their friends are. And if they're an hour away more, they won't get to enjoy it that much. So that's probably the emotional part.
Yeah. I am going to ask you, Meg, do you have anything to share with Christina? I don't know if it's been a while since you've connected, but you have some stuff in common with that.
Yeah, I do. Christina, I just want to remind you like how present they were, right?
Yeah.
So they were digging and playing and like just being boys.
Yeah.
So
It
they
was
know
so-
how to do that.
Yeah.
They know how to do that, right? They know how to do that and they can do that and they're going to do it again and again and again and they're going to do it with here, they're going to do it over here, they're going to do it everywhere.
Yeah.
And try and focus your energy on that because it's so beautiful you get to watch that and know that they have that in them. They can do that anywhere.
Okay. That's good advice.
Yeah. And I just love you and thank you for showing your face.
Thank you for sharing, Christina. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was beautiful. Yeah. And I have a lot of emotion too when my boys are being boys and they're not growing up so fast. I understand that.
Want
Oh, that was
to have that time, as kids, because they just grow up so fast now.
yeah, yeah, they do. Wow, thank you. Wow, I see a big smile now from that one. That was beautiful. I see someone who joined today that hasn't joined in a really long time. I wanted to see if she was available to chat. Mariah, are you in the chat with us today? Are you able to speak?
Good
Oh,
morning.
oh
I'm
my
on my walking,
goodness.
I'm on my walking pad.
Another walking pad. I love this. Oh my gosh, Mariah, I would love if you're open. I would like, can you share your journey from like even 20, whatever you're willing to share from like 20 years ago to where you've come to today? I'm just feeling so happy with this recent accomplishment, but people should know the journey. I don't know. Like, are you open to sharing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not prepared. My hair looks terrible, but yeah,
Michelle, listen to
certainly
that.
because
She's
I
on
love
camera anyway.
I also wasn't prepared or hair done. And
it's like just got on. Well, first of all, thank you. I really appreciate this platform and what you've created. Nick, you and I have known each other for such a long time, and it's like seeing the growth and what you've accomplished and done and now giving back. I think what we're doing is also somewhat parallel to what's happening. So just for a quick background for everybody else, I mean, Nick and I met, I want to say 2010, maybe 2009, 2010, and we were all into, you know, um, property investment and things like that. And he became my mentor, taught me a lot. And during that time, met somebody, got married, I got a divorce, which was very trying in my health, my mental health. Certainly, court and different things like that. But one of the things that I just always kept on was my faith. And I had some really good people around me, some good people that supported me and loved me through it. So that's great and that's wonderful. And I always say like I don't regret anything that I've done because it got me to where I am now. And I want to say in the last 10 years, I have a daughter. I have a daughter. She just turned 12 2 weeks ago. And in the last 10 years, I've really been able to kind of grow, like there's some kind of way, like, you realize a lot of the things that you used to put your time into, your effort into, although certainly it's a certain level of success, but it's not the full definition of success. So my definition of success is much, much different these days. And the last 5 years, I actually went to school. I got a law degree and I passed the bar exam. I passed the bar exam last year and I was really trying. And as of February of this year, I opened my small boutique firm, sole practitioner. I still have a job, but the goal is to go solely finish. Thank you so much. I see all the love coming through. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think one of the stories that I want to share that I feel that it's okay for me to share, one of the reasons for my divorce was due to domestic violence, and it just really left me emotionally bankrupt. Um, and that in itself is a story, but I'm working on a TEDx talk about how to heal or restoration post-trauma. And it doesn't matter what people's trauma is, it's just the fact that there is on the other side a place where I want to speak for myself, where the fact that my trauma kind of redefined or refined me, and now I have this very strong why of why I do things, right? Even when I went to law school, there's a very strong why. I want to do pro bono work for people that have gone through this, writing restraining orders, talking to them, what's happening in the court. I want to leave a legacy for different people with my knowledge. I have over 18 years of HR knowledge. So I think the very strong why is kind of what's determining me now. I think it's very interesting that you picked on me today, Nick, is because I have been invited to go to a television interview this afternoon. And those are some of the questions they're going to ask me. So you guys are giving me an opportunity to practice. So, but yeah, so that's kind of, I know it's 20 years in like 2 minutes, but when I log in here, and I know I don't show my face because I'm usually on a treadmill or in the car, or sometimes I'm at work with my headset on. I'm very encouraged. Um, It's really putting me in a very good positive path for the day, for the week. And it's wonderful just to hear, even though through challenges, how people are just, resetting their mind and their mindset. And the battle is in fact in the mind. And if we just set our mindset to where it's supposed to be, we're gonna be where we're supposed to be, and everything works for our good. So I don't know if you had any specific questions. I know I just was very general, but I'm very grateful for what you're doing here, week by week, and what you post online, Nick. So thank you again.
I just can't, like, just feeling and remembering like you and I just hanging out in your apartment, right? And
Yep.
like all of the dreams. And I actually use your dream for people too, which I know has shifted over the
Yeah.
years, but we talk about, right, like you at one point wanted to start like almost like a sports arena in Haiti, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the
Sure.
kids.
Yes, yes.
And
I have it written
it's
down. I have a business plan for it. And even if it's not me building it, I want to give it out to the world so that it comes to fruition. It will. And like I said, it doesn't have to be with me, but it will happen. And I still have full confidence that it will. Even though the crazy stuff happening in Haiti right now, but it will occur.
but just seeing like look where I don't know, thank you. Thank you for sharing and seeing and feeling where you are today and knowing, right? Like your journey, my journey, our journey brought us exactly where it was supposed to be, even when we didn't
Right.
know how. Yeah. Oh,
Very
wow.
cool. Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you.
Oh, I feel all of it for you, my dear. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions or anything for Mariah that you'd like to maybe not legal questions, but just questions about her journey?
Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Janine. Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody. You guys are being awesome.
some few. That's awesome. Oh, that actually is a really good segue into we have a passage today for those of you who are into these, and if you're not, that's okay. I read these for myself. So this one today is called Coming to Terms. We are the stage and all the players. One of the great contributions of psychology has been to help us understand how we replay our hurts and affections with people other than those who have hurt or touched us. There are many names for this, the more well known being projection and transference. In essence, we play what has been said or done, or what hasn't been said or done, over and over and over again until we come to terms with it. The coming to terms is called healing, surrender, letting go, or even forgiveness. See people in the chat just letting them in. Being yelled at and then later kicking the dog is the stereotype of this. Yet more often we replay the styles of clumsy love that we experience. For example, while growing up, I endured the cold dismissal of my truest feelings. When I would show my hurt, I was seen as trying to weaken my parents' resolve. Then they turned their backs on me as if by showing my pain, I was trying to trick them. Having experienced this, I'm especially sensitive to the pains of those close to me. Yet there are times when I catch myself holding firm, just out of reach, replaying my parents' role as well as my own. This is humbling and upsetting, to say the least. But just as germs must run their course, all the players in our dramas must be voiced before they will leave us be. Just as we keep trying to get what we never got from someone else who doesn't know our game, we also keep the trespass alive by reenacting it on others nearby until we can humbly know what it is to be hurtful, the first step towards forgiveness. I have seen myself doing what was done to me, never as cruel or as harsh, but it has been enough to make me tremble at how easy it is to be cruel when I am afraid, and how difficult it is to accept that we are all capable of terrible things, and how cleansing it is to realize that true kindness breathes just beneath this acceptance.
I was just going to say that was so powerful. I don't think any one of us on this call can't relate to anything that you said there. I mean, it's just powerful, and the lessons I've noticed that over the years too. It's just like, how painful does it need to be before you need to get it? And sometimes I learn things the hard way, but when I get it, I finally get it. So I'm finally starting to understand what all of that means and surrender. And I'm still learning. I mean, it's not like I have it mastered, but I'm much more conscious now with all the work I've done and continue to do. So that was really powerful for me.
Yeah. Yeah. On the
Thank you.
surface level, it brings me back to these times and moments when, like with my kids, right? Like something happens, there's a reaction, there's an activation, and if I don't know how to handle it, I revert back to what was done to me growing up, right? Revert back, go to your room. Like I found myself saying that not in the last 2 years or so, but like that was sort of like a default reaction, right? That's just what I was taught, what many of us maybe were taught. If they didn't get the wooden spoon out, right, go to your room. And it's so interesting that as we go through these things, right, and understanding that's like the surface level. And then all of these things that have happened to us, like we kind of grab on to the ones that hurt, right? We'll remember what hurt us more than we'll remember even some of the really happiest moments in our life. And by remembering that hurt, we then replicate, right, what we think is the right thing to do in those moments. We either repeat it or we'll do something slightly similar to it, thinking that's what we're supposed to do until we let all of it go. And what does that even mean, letting that go, right? What does that even mean? Like feeling, deeply feeling the things that we were not safe to feel in those moments. And we can do it even now. This is a little wooey for this call even, but a lot of you in our single chats, right? Like most of what we do in our home retreats is just to allow ourselves to feel the emotions that we weren't allowed to feel growing up, or when we weren't safe enough, we weren't mature enough, we didn't know enough. And instead of compartmentalization, instead of pushing them aside or swallowing certain things, the way to fully let something go is to feel it fully. For some of us, that's a little scary. And yet, just like some of us, right, when you finally let an emotion go, there's nothing but just bliss and peace left after. And it's really, really special. But that was surface level. Did anybody else have anything that they gathered from that they want to share? The dramas must be voiced before they will leave us be, and reenacting it to others. And that's okay if we're quiet today. I'm a little tired today myself. Gotta tell you guys. Woo, I got off the plane last night. We got home at 10, and I still had the kids for like another 45 minutes to like try to like get them food, get them all taken care of, and then drop back to their mom's house. And it's like I could barely wake up this morning, but that's why.
Hey, Nick, I was just reflecting, and I have to just share. The last journey that we had at Maggie and Rick's, and it just came to me. So I feel like I have to talk about it. When I was downstairs in that magical abyss where the music was different down there, having the experience, and then when you held me and I was crying, remember that? That was so powerful that like I didn't even know I needed to release whatever that was, and that literally just came to me when you were speaking about that. Like it was so powerful that it was like me being a little girl and missing my father, I think. So it was so here I am getting choked up, and it was just magical. So that's what it meant to me. So thank you for that.
I love you, Michelle. That was beautiful.
I love you too, honey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for not sharing that, because that is changing the entire course of my day. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. My pleasure.
It was an honor. Oh, well, thank you all so much for joining today. Anybody have anything else they want to share before we jump into our little meditation? Maybe an early call today? For those of us with very, very busy business lives, production lives, let's remind ourselves too, as we move into this week, we haven't done this in a while, right? Like affirmation, alignment questions. When all else fails, or you don't know where to turn next, or what decision to make next, or there's so much happening in your world, going back to what brings you into alignment, attraction over grind, right? Number one, how do you love yourself more today? Or what is your soul calling you to do today? Not income generating activities, not the top 4 priorities, not the business stuff. What is a way you can love yourself more today? I always go to walking on the beach, or maybe going to a yoga class, or booking a massage for yourself, whatever it might be. Number 2, once you have poured your own cup, who else do you choose to show up for today in a really deeply meaningful way? Might be just a loving note or message to your partner, could be a sticky note to your kids, or maybe it's a email of gratitude to a team member or another long lost family member, or maybe it's a random act of kindness to the stranger down the street. And then 3, after you've loved yourself and you've shared that love with somebody else with the highest vibration of why we're here, we're actually made of that light, that love that we're here for. Now we get to what's one step you can take today towards that which gives you the most excitement or passion in your life. Knowing that that's really all that matters in this blink of an eye, that we are here alive as a miracle on this planet. We go through struggles, obstacles, and challenges just to grow as a soul, to expand who we are, and we get to move towards excitement or passion. That's the only reason we're here. So for you, right, what's your one step today? And if you don't know what gives you the highest excitement or passion, maybe that's your step. Pour yourself some coffee, put on some music, light a candle, and just let whatever comes to you. What did you do as a kid? Christina mentioned running through the woods and picking up logs and catching salamanders, and like that is literally why we're here. Going back to why we were kids, that can help point you in the right direction as to what was fun for you, what's exciting for you. Ice skating, flying a helicopter. My next one is petting wolves. So leaning into that. And now we'll drop in, for those of you who are still here with us, we'll drop into our quick mental meditation to start our week. Start with a deep breath in. And let go. Coming back to our breath, another deep breath in today. And let go. Dropping into your hearts. Knowing that you can come from this place anytime you wish this week. The mind being such a busy place, always predicting and protecting our future, sometimes ruminating on our past, trying to keep us informed of lessons, trying to keep us into one form of identity that it knows is safe for us. And yet we get to drop into our hearts, using our breath, using our bodies, feeling into what gives us excitement or passion in our lives, feeling into how we can love ourselves more today, and feeling into who else we get to show up for and love more today, have them know that we love them. This is the purpose of life, to love and be loved, and to have excitement and passion. Knowing that we attract all that is needed in our lives, knowing that calming our nervous system, unlearning the constraints that we put on ourselves since birth that other people have taught us and molded us into, we now get to have awareness around what those constraints are. And just by having that awareness, we start the process of letting them go. Just by having awareness of the feelings that we locked away in our bodies early on when we were not safe to process, just the awareness is enough to start letting them go. And as we let them go one at a time, moving into a life without any constraint, reminding ourselves that we are the miracle. Just by being born, you've done enough. You are more than enough. You are here. You are now. You are presence itself. So be that richness. Be the light in the world today. Sharing your authentic self, your genuine thoughts, your genuine feelings with your voice, as that's why you're here. Let's just seal it right here. Feeling that power, feeling that creation, feeling the creativity, feeling that passion for why you're here. Let's move into the week with that presence, with that version, knowing you can drop in anytime you want. Sealing with a deep breath in and letting it go. I love you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for joining me. And see you next week. Same bat channel, same bat place.